Con Bonnois, good evening, subscribers. It is I, Loki the Mad Titan, and welcome back to, well, not welcome back, welcome to the brand new series, Off. This series is sponsored by CarouselAnimation. Cara, one of my patrons on Patreon. Not only are they one of my patrons on Patreon, but they also bought me this game to play. So, very excited to play this. I know the name of the game. And that is literally the only thing that I know. I did adjust the audio settings. I did a quick test to make sure that everything fit the screen and that type of stuff. But other than that, I know absolutely nothing about this. Be playing it 100% completely blind. If you're new to the channel, Yokoso Hijimimashite, welcome, nice to meet you. Please subscribe. Please join us on the Discord. Please consider supporting me on Patreon for as low as $1 a month. So not a lot of money, but it would mean a lot to me. I was doing some maths. I was doing some quick maths. All right, so if every one of my subscribers did the dollar tier, that would make my life easier. It would make my life easier. If half of my subscribers did the $5 tier, that would make my life much better. If one third of my subscribers did the $10 tier, it would make my life almost comfortable. And I haven't been almost comfortable financially in about a decade. And I miss that. It would make things so much easier for me to do things for the channel and stuff like that. So please consider it if you're new to the channel. But first and foremost, please subscribe. I'm not going to ask you to smash the like button and, you know, ring the bell and slap your mama and all those things. But please do subscribe and consider joining us on the Discord and supporting me on Patreon. If you're a regular to this channel, like CarouselAnimation, one of my patrons on Patreon, like Noemi, like Berlin the Cat, like Lone Digger, and like other regular watchers like Daniel and Teresa Okairi Nasai, welcome back, welcome home. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I do mean that. That's why I like to be personable and really talk directly to you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you, the one that didn't hit the subscribe button yet. Log into your account if you're not logged in and just subscribe. So let's take this journey with me. Now, I noticed that the cursor, I can't decide if it wants me to be using the mouse or the controller. I am currently using the controller, but I can use the mouse as well. But we're going to try the controller off, and it looks like red tape. No idea what this is going to be. So let's hit new game and start rolling. Unproductive fun tithe, fan gamer. Caution, it is possible that certain scenes in this game may prove shocking to an unwarned public, or maybe not. Identify yourself. Okay, I can't use the Q, W, Z, or X, which is good because I don't think I need any of those. Is this going to show up in lowercase? It is going to show up in lowercase, so we'll just go with, it says me. It's so I'm not naming a character. It wants to know me. So I'm going to say me. If I was creating a character, I would probably just make up some silly name. But in this case, we'll go with Loki. Yes. I'm already a little confused, but yes. Oh, okay. What if I say no? This is where I always have questions. Like, the obvious answer is yes, but what if I say no? Is it just going to take me back to name myself? We'll say yes as much as I want to say no. I'm a boy, I'm a girl, I'd rather not say. Oh, this is interesting. And I don't want to turn people off immediately. But I am authentic and honest, and I will say I do not identify as a boy or a girl. I do identify as non-binary, and I have done so for quite a long time. I don't talk about it because I feel like it's generally nobody's business but mine. But for the sake of the game, I'm just going to say I'm a boy. All right. I probably already lost people because of that. And if that's the case, that's okay. I mean, if you're going to, something like that is something that upsets you enough to tune out, so be it. All right. Welcome, Loki. You have been assigned to a being called the Batter. All right. The graphics on this, the character, the sprite, I believe is the term to use. I only know that because of my son. Reminds me of like Atari or like ColecoVision. Now, I played Atari. I still own Atari. I've played an Atari within the past year. I brought my Atari up, and it still works, which is ironic because my Atari works, but neither one of my Nintendos work, which, Nintendo freaking, I tried everything. I did all the freaking cleaning videos. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but yeah, the glyph, I keep wanting to say glyph, the sprite reminds me of ColecoVision a lot. All right, so the Batter. What's up, the Batter? You're missing the top of your head. The Batter is on a mission. Be sure it's accomplished. I'll try. We will let you both out in Zone 0. Good luck. For more information, find the one called The Judge. Off. Which, unfortunately, because of OnlyFans, makes me think of OnlyFans. OF. To move my body, use the left toggle stick. It says that. Or maybe I can't actually do it yet. To interact with the environment, use A. Yeah, I just couldn't do it because I was jumping ahead of time. All right, yeah. Graphically, still very, very old school, which I don't have a problem with. I love old school games. So much so that I don't even hate E.T., the Atari E.T. game. I feel like that gets way more flack than it should be. I don't understand. Okay, it's interesting that it's keeping the stuff on the bottom. So, like, I'm not gonna forget that A is interact. This also kind of looks like a little nubbin, little, as my son would call, Wii. It's a little Wii here. All right, so don't appear to be able to do anything on the screen, and if it's just moving in one button, yeah, and even though it's the toggle stick, I can't go in circles. It's still squares. The D-pad does also work. I think I'm going to use the D-pad just because if that feels right for this type of game. I guess. All right, let's Zone 0, and there's a ghost cat. I love cats. Oh, okay. There could be no living beings in Zone 0. I deduce, therefore, that you are a figment of my imagination. All right. Love the idea of a ghost cat. Hate the teeth. My son would actually probably be scared of this because he doesn't like Huggy Wuggy because of the sharp teeth. All right. So I'm a figment of this cat's imagination. Nevertheless, I will introduce myself. I am the judge, and I am aching to know your name, my dear illusory interlocutor. I've never heard the word interlocutor before, so if I'm saying it wrong, I'm saying it phonically. That's how I tend to read words. Illusory, I know. Interlocutor. I'm the Batter. I've been entrusted with a sacred mission. Look at that. He looks so smug. You're looking so smug for. Oh, I like the purring. Delighted, I'm sure. But I am not addressing the body, only the soul that harbors it. What is your name, controller? Well, my controller is an Xbox controller. I've had a lot of really bad luck with controllers. I've even bought brand new ones that not last for very long. This is a off-brand PDP, but it works better than my actual Xbox controllers, oddly enough. His name is Loki. He can't talk to us. I mean, I am. Maybe you can't hear me, but I am talking to you. However, you can see and hear. He can see and hear everything. Damn right I can. I'm omnipresent. Ubiquitous. Although to me you're nothing more than an imaginary specter, I must say that I am delighted to make your acquaintance as well, my dear Loki. All right, so the fourth wall breaking is interesting, talking directly to me. I believe we need your help. Many people require my services. You know, everyone loves cats. That's not true at all. We rub ourselves against their legs and purr in a most insistent manner. They adore that. That's true. I'm not talking about that kind of help. I see. But what sort of service could I offer to an ectoplasmic entity? I have a sacred mission to fulfill. All right, great. What's our mission? I must purify the world. That's a pretty big mission. There is no objective more laudable. Therefore, I agree to serve as your guide through this place. If I may be of any assistance, thanks. Okay. That didn't really... I guess I accidentally... I swear I didn't hit down, but okay. Doesn't matter. Whew, are those chests? Alright, so we have the door that the judge went into. We have a ladder. We have what kind of looks like another door. I'm already hitting the wrong buttons. It's impossible to get around this obstacle. You know why? Because I've been playing Earthbound, and now Mother 3. I just started another brand new series for Mother 3. Earthbound is where Kara jumped in, the sponsor of this series, and the B button is the main button, and I've been playing that, so I have to remember it's A, not B. Alright, it's possible to get around this obstacle. It just looks like a little box. You can't jump? No, apparently we can't jump, and so I'm guessing this is... Oh, damn. I thought that was going to be the same thing. Alright, so that is a chest over there. So we can't get past the box to get to that chest. But this chest we can get to, and it has a luck ticket in it. Now, am I supposed to go into the house or up the ladder? Oh boy. 448287C. 448287C. I'm not quite peculiar. I mean, it seems like a code of some sort. Not sure what type of code. I am mildly into like cryptograms and trying to like decipher things. I've tried my hand at that. I'm not great at it at all. Alright, well, we made it up here. Allow me to confess that I find you quite tangible for a phantasmagorical being. Might you in fact be a person of flesh and blood? I think so. So I was mistaken from the first, and you did not even interrupt my fanciful soliloquizing. So soliloquizing? Is that a word? Cat, are you making up words? Like, I know soliloquizing. Okay. I must say, this is really quite strange. You are the first living being I've ever met in this place. I have concluded, therefore, that Zone 0 was empty. It is all too obvious that I was mistaken. Now then, there are other zones. In those territories, you may find yourself subject to the violent attentions of certain hostile individuals. Your sacred mission may well lead you to those places. Would you like me to acquaint you with the art of violent confrontation? Alright, so the judge is helping us. He's the tutorial, I guess. Combat tutorial? Yes, some more fourth wall breaking. Yes, please. Oh. Okay. This is the battle screen. As you can see, you will find yourself placed on the right of the screen, which is already throwing me off because for some reason I feel like most of the time, well, I guess some RPGs you are on the right. I'm thinking. I played a million RPGs, so just lately I've not been on the right, so that's why the right's throwing me off. But thinking back to other ones, I've definitely been on the right. Doesn't matter. And now the sprite really reminds me of freaking like ColecoVision things, the way that the batter looks, whereas the cat looks even more terrifying in this version, in my opinion. All right, so I have 100 health and 100 C. So normally that's like a magic or a mana or something like that. What a batter would be able to do that's magical, I don't know. Meanwhile, your opponent, in this case, your humble servant, will be placed on the left, positioned appropriately for a single combat. A battle begins. You will be given your first choice. You must decide between attack, defend, competence, and objects. Attack, defend, objects, all relatively straightforward. Competence. What would that be? That would be the magic. That's the C. So the C is competence. Okay. So what exactly is competence? Naturally, attack allows you to get your opponent in a classical manner. Now it's time to put theory into practice. Choose the word attack from the menu, undulating before you. Undulating is a great word. And then select my form to slay me with your bat. Okay. So, alright, that was wild. So yeah, we're going to hit attack. And we're attacking the judge. I guess if there was multiple enemies, we could move the hand around. And I attack the judge. Excellent, my dear sportive companion. Remember that the impact of your assault is determined by the level of both the batter and his opponent. Your iron volition may result in occasional critical strike. This will cause the teeth to fly in heaps, I'm sure. When you're ready, strike again. Alright, there's the crit that he talked about. It is also possible for you or your adversaries to slyly avoid defensive moves you exchange. Just as your goal to purify the specters they wish to eliminate you, you may guard against such feeble attempts. Choose defend to protect yourself from one of my dastardly blows. Now, once more, if you be so kind to prove your mastery of defense. The batter takes a defensive stance. Even the best sportsmen, I believe, are subject to the callous, oh my god, vicissitudes of the playing field. The callous vicissitudes. I believe even the best sportsmen, I believe, are subject to the callous vicissitudes of the playing field. Do not fret, you can recover from these grievous injuries. So, damage. He's talking about damage. Callous. Now I said callous. Callous vicissitudes. Okay, that's a new one to me too. I feel like my vocabulary is slightly above average. Slightly. Because I'm an avid reader, and I feel like that's a really great way to expand your vocabulary, because I even remember, like, as a very young man, like even back to like my teens, like the first time I was reading Stephen King, he definitely uses a lot of words where I had to like stop and be like, say what now? And use context clues, because this was before the internet. Yes, I'm that old. So it's not like I could just like grab my phone and pop it in Google and be like, vicissitudes definition. So, but anyway, this cat's getting me. Competence permits you to use one of your special talents. Objects grants you access to anything in the inventory you're carrying. So, competence is, for all intents and purpose, not intensive purposes, or intensive purpose. It's intense in purpose. I only say that because a lot of people say that wrong. It's a pretty common one. In Earthbound and Mother 3, the magic ability is called Psi Points, or PP, which is just fun for me because I get to say PP a lot. Oh no, I'm running out of PP. Oh, I don't have enough PP. There's lots of PP jokes. I'm sorry. Now, let us attempt to utilize an object. Take this luck ticket and graciously use it on the batter's person. Okay. So, I have to wait till the bar fills up, I think. And so we're going to use the luck ticket on... Okay, so the luck ticket is giving me back health. Nice. Impeccable. Your mastery of battle borders on brilliancy. Brilliancy is another word that, like, people say brilliant, but brilliancy, it's a word for sure, but I can't say that I've recall ever really hearing anybody say that in conversation, my friend. But there is one thing we have not yet addressed. I am speaking, of course, of your competences. Speaking generally, there are special moves that trigger surprising effects. For example, a competence might trigger an unusually powerful attack or induce a resurgence of health points. In any case, you must remember that using a competence will incur some damage of the competence cost. So I suggest you wield these skills with parsimony. I didn't know I'm gonna have to freaking have my tablet with me so I could keep looking up the words. Like, again, within the context, I understand what he's saying, but I still like to know what whenever it's just a me thing with my OCD. I am not one of those people that just says OCD like I'm trying to be cute. I am medicated for my OCD. It's nothing I'm proud of. That's just a fact. It bothers me when I encounter words that I am not familiar with and I want to see like the exact dictionary definition of them. Parsimony. With competence costs exhausted, you will find heavy assaults impossible to carry out. And if by some mischance you cross swords with a more than worthy opponent before recovering it, victory will be uncertain at best. Now then, let us try one. Choose competence and then run with courage, a skill calibrated to brutalize your enemies. Alright, so we have wide angle, analyzes the enemy's characteristics. Oh, so that's like Dex's, I forgot what Dex's canon name is in Earthbound, but I named the character Dex. He had a study skill, so it would tell you about the enemy's maybe like weaknesses and things like that. Run with courage, metal attack, effective against most specters. Now you have mastered not only this competence, but the very art of combat. You must remember that there is a cost to showing your steely resolve in this way. Your sacred mission will depend on your mastery of these abilities. The confrontation ends, theoretically, when the health points of you and your conferrers, or those of your opponents, fall to 0. Okay, so companions. So it's not just, so it is going to be like a more classic RPG where it's not just going to be the batterer. I'm going to have people fighting with me. All right, I love that idea. Okay, one of my all-time favorite RPGs, and it's old, but it's not like ancient old. It's called Suikoden. It's by some of the people that made Final Fantasy, but I played a bunch of Final Fantasy games, and I never really clicked with Final Fantasy for whatever reason. But Suikoden, the 108 stars, the idea was like you were going around and you needed to recruit as many of these 108 people to your cause as possible, and there was all these different ways you had to do it. Some of them were hard to find. Some of them, once you found them, you had to like choose the right choices in dialogue, or beat them in a fight, or bring them a special item, or have certain person in your party or certain people in your party. It was just a really fun way of playing, doing an RPG, and had all the other traditional. I believe it's called a JRPG because it was a Japanese game. Traditional aspects of a role-playing game, but just the extra additional part of collecting all of those characters. I'm rambling. I personally found really fun. Anyway, do take care of your health if you are hoping to pursue a career in purification. All right. So I got some XP. I got some competence. I guess it said CR. I don't know. Maybe that's not competence. You are ready to dispose of all impure obstacles standing between you and the success of your luminous mission, provided that your intelligence is as advanced as your undeniable capacity for raining bat blows upon an innocent cat. At all events, your training has not reached its end. Please do follow me if you would like my guidance a while longer. Well, of course I do. So let's keep going. It's also interesting that on the left there's literally the building that we're climbing, and on the right is the judge. All right, and now we got stairs that remind me of Zelda. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 floating blocks. Is this a puzzle? Alright, I'm not gonna. I normally like just like jumping in and start trying to figure out things on my own, but in this case, I feel like, especially if it's a puzzle, it's probably better if I don't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, yes. Passing through here will require the careful operation of your cerebral apparatus. You know, the one bathing limply in your languid cranium. I believe that these floating blocks correspond in some way or another to the symbols you see on the wall before you. My eye jumped. The symbols you see before you on the wall. That's it? That's all I get? Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 blocks, but then there's also 4 of these. The boxes that we couldn't move previously. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then the blocks moved. All right, so very, very... I was already overanalyzing things. That is one of my biggest flaws in life, not just in playing games, where I tend to make things way more complicated than they need to be a lot of times, because I'm always expecting things to be harder than they are, or I overthink things. The end. Okay. 1, 2, 6, 8, 2, 3. All right, so this makes... This one should be, so we're gonna go. Okay, I like how they're doing this. So theoretically, this would be something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So far, so good. Okay, this one's... finally, after all our exertions, now I'm expecting the words to be more complicated than they are. The eagerly awaited recompense arrives upon the scene. Alright, so he's having some food, and this puzzle does not have the numbers, so... Does he have any other hints for me? Crunch, nom nom, crunch. No. So this one I'm going to have to try to figure out on my own, I guess. No. 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 Alright, so... Alright, so this is going to be... Alright, this is going to be mildly tedious. Because we're going to have to hit that over and over and over again. As we... try to figure out the order. God damn it. Has to be the bottom one. No. Okay. It's that one twice. So now I feel extra. I didn't think to click on it twice. So it was 2 twice. So oh my god, it's this. Hold on. Is this? Is this back to this? I don't remember what it was. Not this. This. No. 448287C. I don't. Okay, the C. Oh, okay, yeah. So that is. So this is the cipher for that. 448287C. So we already did the 44. Oh my god. Come on, brain. 448287C. All right. A piece of silver flesh has been found. Now, how do I access my inventory? Recovers a moderate amount of CC. So, competences. Why is it CC? And so the CR... I'm so confused. So this gives you... See, that has to be competences, but then why does it say 10 CR down there? Is it CR or is it CC? Alright, so my weapon is called the Purifier. Or no, that's my rank maybe? Alright, so yeah, I don't know what the CR is. Because my CC is 100. So, the silver flesh says it recovers a moderate amount. I'm only down 16 points, so I feel like a moderate amount would be more than that. Combat speed, thoughtful. Yeah, I picked this stuff in the beginning. Alright. No, I don't want to quit. And I guess there's no save either. Yeah, my nickname is Purifier. My class is Saver. My state is Pure. Alright, so that's interesting. So we have a class, a nickname, and our state, which makes it sound like we will be judged by the judge on whether or not... Okay. And that opened that door. Do you have anything else to say to me? No, that's okay. Alright, so now we're going in here. And this reminds me a little bit... Oh. Now feast your eyes on an accessory that will prove especially useful on your purifying quest. My enlightened student and sportive friend. It is a cube floating in the air. Thanks. As you have no doubt noticed. Nevertheless, you will be able to distinguish it from its fellows by the tasteless contrast forced upon your gaze by its clashing colors, which defy any sensible theory of the visual arts. Do not judge it too quickly, however, for in spite of its questionable appearance, this red cube possesses an undeniable utility. In addition to restoring your health and competence points in their entirety, it is capable of saving your progress and sending you to the nothingness. The nothingness is a place of transition outside space itself where you can travel from one point to another at the speed of light. Okay, so it's a healing, refilling all my stuff, save, and also fast travel? Now I invite you to try it for yourself in order to discover regions more populous than this deserted place. Open your wings, my dear companion, and fly toward the zones ahead without hesitation. Your only enemy is the fear that will grip you. Okay. Do not worry. I too travel widely across the zones of this world. I am certain we will meet again. Ah, yes. By the by, take this. This curiously named item is the key that will grant you entry to Zone 1. I've explained that you can at any moment examine yourself in your inventory by pressing this. Have I explained? No, you have not, but I already figured that out. The Leo card has been found. You got anything else to say? Go on, I invite you to try activating the floating cube behind you. Okay. Health points and competence points completely restored. Save game. Yes. Fine. Health points, okay. Return to the nothingness. Sure. Back to the nothingness. Sure. Oh, we got a world map question mark, and I got an achievement. No. Where's Zone 1? Alright, Zone 1 is bigger than Zone 2 and Zone 3. And oh, this is wild that I can go like all over for some reason. And now it's gotten really weird. We have Voldemort whispering in the background. Enter Zone 1. I mean, yeah, I don't think it makes sense to jump to Zone 2 or Zone 3. Though I don't think we could anyway. Okay. No enemies. This also looks like Squidward's head. Not really a huge SpongeBob fan. I don't dislike SpongeBob, but I'm not really, but that makes me think of Squidward. Alright, so we have the floating, and then we can save here again, I guess. Just so we have a second save dropped. Weird. This episode is not sponsored by Mountain Dew Game Fuel Citrus Cherry. This is the World of Warcraft can that has the big orc guy on it. How old is this? Does it say? Can't really see the date on the bottom of the can. I am an avid. I've actually been really good lately. Not been drinking very much soda at all, but traditionally I'm an avid drinker of soda, specifically Mountain Dews, of various flavors from over the years. My favorite would be Dr. Pepper and Baja Blast. Dr. Pepper, obviously not a Mountain Dew flavor, but okay. So, I'm trying to read the sign up there, and it's messing with my brain just because the letters are turned around. So if we're going E-L-S-E-N, Elson, or if it's supposed to be backwards, then it would be Nestle. We have two arrows pointing at nothing, and I guess it's the second time I did that. Our first probably big boy fight. It just looks like a dude, though. Tramway 1 is a very convenient way to travel between all the different regions of Zone 1. Okay, so Zone... I do not like that noise that this thing made. Nope. Okay, so there's going to be different regions in the zone. Okay. So not fighting him. Please select your destination. Alright, well, the only destination I have right now is Damien. So we're... Zone 1. To Damien. Alright, so now we have our frame of reference. So Elson would be, I guess, the correct way to say where we were, because this is Damien, and it's the same sort of concept where it has the 3 for the E and the backwards N. Tramway 2 hasn't run for a very long time. Okay, why you gotta make that noise, though? Okay. So far, the colors are very... Is he a miner? A visitor? ... Welcome to the smoke mines. May I ask who you are? Are you an inspector? No, I'm the batter. I come to exterminate the impure spirits. The batter? The impure spirits? Are you some sort of prophet? Maybe a man of faith? Yes, something like that. Who sent you? Nobody. I'm being led by Loki. Oh, I don't know him. He must be part of senior management. In any case, that's good. That means they approved our requests. Come with me. I'll explain your assignment. Oh, what? Okay. This art is interesting. It's very old, traditional, look like mining stuff. Are you here in the smoke mines of Damien in the south of zone number 1? I said, are you? You are. That's all it takes is switching 2 words to completely change a sentence. Okay. Here, we send laborers into deep tunnels to unearth metal from the ground, freeing trapped smoke from the depths. Okay. Using various tools, we put some of it in the bottles, which the Queen sends to the other zones. Ooh, the Queen. So we're collecting smoke for some reason. The rest of it flows freely and forms the air that our lungs inhale and exhale so we can live. So we breathe smoke, or they breathe smoke. Trying to look at this art. It's an essential. It's an essential element, the first of the 4 elements. So smoke is an element. All right. What are the other 3? Because without smoke, people would have nothing to breathe. So we are. There we are. And so, well, how do I put this? Where are the impure spirits? Yes, there we go. There are many specters in the mines, and they're getting more and more aggressive. But, in fact, it would be better if you didn't go there because the regulations forbid visitors from accessing the smoke mines. So, here's what we're going to do. There's an annex in the mines that nobody ever visits. But a miner went in there some time ago. He says he saw something strange. Nothing like the usual. So I thought maybe that's the leader of the specters. So, So there we are. If you accept, you'll go into the annex and kill the leader of the specters. Then the specters will disappear and we can do our jobs again. There we go. Do you have any questions? No. Great. Impeccable. The tunnel is right down there. And I will wait for you here. Alright, but I'm just gonna go right to the boss? That doesn't... Do you have anything else to say? Well, do you understand? You go down into the annex and kill the leader of the specters. Then, after you're done, we can get back to work. That would be great. That made me think of Office Space. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in on Saturday, okay? That would be great. I heard you were having problems with your TPS reports. Okay. Well, there's a chest over here. A luck ticket. And what do you got to say? Soon I'll be promoted. I could do surveillance in Alma. Can't wait for that day to arrive. Can't do anything with the chairs. And obviously we know we can't get past these blocks, so we don't really have much of a choice. So down we go into the annex of the mine where it's the judge. Well, who do we have here? Is that not Loki and his charming jumping jack the batter? Are you the leader of the specters? Ah, no, certainly not. I am only passing through, not unlike the smoke, which is extracted from this pale and metallic place. However, I believe I know where the one you take for an ectoplasm can be found. To tell the truth, I am perplexed. I believe this is one of those peculiar things which is called a spherical add-on. I have tried to appropriate it myself, but the operation has failed repeatedly. But I am thinking perhaps you, who are not of the physical order of things, could succeed in binding this spiritual entity to your own. I don't know what that means. Let's just go into the circle. I invite you to attempt to retrieve the spherical add-on floating up and down just behind my hairy derriere. His hairy butt. Okay. Add-on Alpha has joined you. What an exceptionally intriguing phenomena. I must admit that I remain perplexed by this unexpected metaphysical reaction. Well then, since it has chosen to accompany you, I can only advise you to make the best possible use of it. Okay. The leader of the specters isn't here? I fear I must respond with my sincerest apologies in the negatives. Save for this add-on, I have not crossed paths with a single moving soul. Okay, so we got a circle. There's nothing here. It's just a sort of place for which I have a particular affection. What you seek is certainly located elsewhere. Okay, thanks, Judge. So what the hell did that... Okay, well, it's a companion, for lack of a better description. Yeah, I did it, I guess. Ah, you returned. So have you killed the leader of the specters? No, it wasn't there. Oh, really? Damn, gosh, well, then, I guess I'll have to let you enter the main gorges in that case. But, the regulations prohibit it. Alright, I suppose this would be an extraordinary case as defined in paragraph 5. So, good. Well, the primary mines are on the right. There. Thanks, I guess. Okay. So we got more dudes to talk to. kind of hide behind these blocks a little bit. Oh, a Joker has been found. All right, so I really like exploring. That's, in some cases, one of my best things, my curiosity, and in some cases, one of my worst traits, depending on the game that I'm playing. But I just found whatever a Joker is because of what I do. I'm sure that, it's not shocking or anything. All right. What is a Joker? Revives. Okay, well that's important. That's brings somebody back to life. So let's talk to this dude. There are phantoms down there. They keep us from doing our jobs properly. But this is my break time anyway. Yeah, all right. What are you doing here? Are you one of the mine inspectors? All right, so they're like, they have generic NPC chatter, which is great. All right, I'm just going around mashing the A button. All right, so let's see. You've come to eliminate the specters? That's good news. There are phantoms in all the tunnels. Be careful, sir. And besides, who let you in here? The regulations normally prohibit visitors from outside. Paragraph 5, man. Paragraph 5. What's this? Oh, it's a dude. The lamps don't always work in the farthest corridors, and since everything looks the same around here, it's easy to get lost. Great. I'm going to get lost. Ooh, another chest. Pillar art has been found. Zone 1. Okay. Alright, the ghost on the left-hand side looks like a sperm. The one on the right is cute. But the one on the left 100% looks like a sperm. Am I going to be fighting sperm ghosts? Is that what's happening here? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Got some music. Alright, this is a yep. Show yourselves, corrupted children. I'm the voice of forgiveness. Come to eliminate your wretched forms. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Bro, what you did? ... Prepare yourselves to suffer my judgment. What the freaking... Dude. What? Why did I'm expecting like the baby's first fight, and now taking on 2, 4, 6, 8. All right. All right. Let's see what Alpha can do. I guess. All right. I mean, we're whooping them. Alright, so that fight was still baby's first fight. They just wanted to make me nervous by having 8 enemies come at the same time. This add-on is fighting by my side. That's useful. Let's purify the other galleries. The other galleries? Alright, what is this? Oh, this is a... Okay, so yellows are not exactly the same, but that's fine, because it's a save. I don't know. I probably don't need to be doing multiple saves like this. But at the same time... Alright, so we can't go this way. I have no idea how long I've been playing. I don't want to stop playing. That's a problem I have a lot. I don't plan anything. I just go in and start playing, and then I'm like, I didn't even look at a clock or anything. So I normally just kind of go by feel. I feel like I'm around an hour. I like to try to keep an episode like around an hour. Let's go a little bit further. And I could always backtrack and save. They did say that this place was going to get kind of mazy. Another Joker. Okay. It's great that they're giving me Jokers to bring people back, but how about just some... Oh, okay. So, are we saying that... Oh, I can flee. That they can pop up at pretty much any time? Is it like one of those type of... Oh, that one didn't die. What? I guess to know their health, I have to... Alright, it seems like they're mainly going after the alpha. Yeah, I'm guessing that as I just move around, the fights are going to be randomized, so they'll just kind of pop up. I'm not sure if it's going to be like that. 2 pieces of Belal's meat have been found. Alright, we're going to have to see what that is. Cures all negative status effects, so that can be useful as well. Yeah, I want... Does this say I have 9 luck tickets? Alright, so what if I click on this for him? I mean, he's still only down 18. I don't know. Maybe not yet. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if the fights are going to trigger at specific points or they're just randomized. Alright, I think randomized because we've already went this way. Oh, okay, wait, we have something different. One-Eyed Spectre and Magnolia. But we don't know anything about them. So we would have to do, I guess, that competence to learn about them. Now they also have their diamonds have various amounts in them. I don't know yet what that means. So let's see if I hit this one. I mean, this one is the fullest. So is that health? Strength? So like this is the strongest enemy maybe? I mean, I whooped him. Okay, I'm taking some damage now. That was a crit. Okay. That fight was a little rougher. Alpha's level 2. Awesome, he got some health. Alright, where'd that guy go? Wasn't there a dude? Yeah, let's talk to this dude. I'm working. I'm being productive. I don't know if I believe you. It looks kind of just like you're standing here. Alright. Alright, so we found the ladder down. I feel like... Does this go around? It does go around. Okay. Alright, so we can flee. My thought process anytime playing things like this, though, is not to flee. Is to keep fighting to get the XP. I mean, I mainly play Fallout and Skyrim playthroughs with mods and things. And, like, kind of like mini challenge type things that I make up for myself. And... leveling, there's a door, but it seems to be locked from the inside. Alright, and into another fight. I have to be careful with my health, not help. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're lethargic now. Oh, he poked me in the butt. Sure. I'm about to die. Alright. Nope. Nope. Can we... Nope. Wait, oh wait, what? Oh, I can heal. That's great, but I need to heal my itself. Alright. Now, another question that I would have is this, so again, my instinct is to always do fights, so that way I get XP, so I can level, so I can get stronger, so I'm better at fighting. And then my other thought process is, is this grindy? Do I need to grind or not? I am going to wrap this up here. We found a door. I did notice that one of the lights down there was out, but they did say that sometimes the lights were out, would be out. So we found a door. This block prevents access to the bowels of the factory. So we'll have to explore a little bit more. Kara, you can let me know if grinding is necessary, because I mean that wouldn't be too hard to do, or if I'm gonna ruin it by grinding too much. I'm happy to do it either way. This playthrough is for you, so you let me know what you think is the best way. I mean, we're healed and everything, yeah. So I think about it. I healed. I used the luck things, and I really didn't need to. Oh, this tells me the time. I'm such an idiot. It tells me right there. So I actually haven't gone an hour. All right, I do want to real quick. That might still be the last save. I wanted to go back. Get stuck on the wall. Back down there. I wanted to click. Alright, now we have regular ghosts again, which I'm less nervous about fighting. Yeah, I don't know. With that help, with that healing thing right there, I feel like grinding would be silly. But if I do need to grind, that's something like inventory management that I generally don't like to do while I'm recording. Yeah, I wanted to click by that light because that was the only deviation I saw. There's a strange switch on this lamp. The door opened. See? Look at that. Oh, did I find the break room? We're safe here, but we'll have to try to escape once we run out of meat. That's a little disturbing. Why did you open the door? The specters are going to attack us. Leave. Leave us right now. The regulations prohibit outside visitors in the main galleries. Get out. 3 pieces of Bilal's meat have been found. Alright, well I took your meat, so now you have to leave. Okay, so now I got into this room. I talked to the guys. Can't do the switch again. Oh, see, I didn't realize I could keep going. Okay. Who are you? Whoa, what? Did you come from the smoke mines? Yes, I did. But it's full of specters in there. Yes. Are you a specter? No. The matter is very straightforward. Then who are you? Were you sent here by the Queen? Or by Deedon? I'm gonna go with Deedon for now. No. But you still know how to fight the specters? You could destroy them? Yes. Oh, that would be great. There are specters in the big barns. Barns? Yes. Okay. I like how there's numbers on these pictures too. It's making me think that this is like concept art or something. You are here at the metal farmsteads of Pentel on the east side of Zone 1. Utters. Our job is to cut livestock in two and extract the metallic rocks from inside the carcasses. Okay. All the low-grade metal is discarded, forming the ground we walk on. The rest is purified and worked to create objects. Some of it is loaded into crates and sent to other zones, also so that they can have objects and ground too, I guess. It's an essential element. The first of the 4 elements. I thought smoke was the first of the 4 elements. So we have smoke, metal, because without metal, people would have nothing to walk on, and they would sink and drown. There! And so there are specters in the big barns. I must purify the mines first. Ah, yes. But the barns aren't that big, and, it would be good if you took care of them fast, because the Queen's Inspector is going to arrive at any moment. So, please, could you do the barns first? ... Alright. I'm very amicable. Haha, great. Thank you. Thank you so much. The barns are right over there, to the right. They aren't big at all. You'll see. It'll all be done super quickly. I don't believe you. Alright, so the barns are to the right, but what's this? And can I go? Alright, so sometimes I can just go to the side, and other times... Oh, I didn't mean to... I got distracted by the cows? I'd rather work here than in the smoke mines. At least we get some fresh air. You shouldn't get attached to the animals. Once you are, it's difficult to put your hands inside. Ugh. Yeah, I imagine. That's why I can never work at a farm. Alright, so we can't go this way, obviously. Oh, wait, I saw something moving up there, though. Oh, it was just more cows, I guess. What are these things? Nothing. These these balls are heaps of worked metal which are going to be sent to other zones. They are they're metallic balls. Got it. You're going to destroy the specters? Hurry up. We're expecting the Queen's Inspector at any moment. I don't like being told what to do. It's important to pay close attention to the nutrition of the animals if you want high quality metal. I don't know that. Alright, we will wrap this up here, because now it's definitely been over an hour. I would love to keep playing, but people don't generally like long form stuff for the most part as it is. And an hour and a half, if I really lose track of time, sometimes 2 hours. But I like to try to keep it around an hour. It seems like that works the best for the most part. If you want me to try to do longer episodes, Kara, just let me know, and I will do my best to accommodate that. With all that being said, this has been Off. And now trying to think about it, based on what we know from this, what does the title imply, if anything? Like Earthbound, like I can think about, how that kind of ties into the game. Mother, I mean, there is a mother in the game, and there was a mother in Earthbound as well. But just Off. Off is such a basic word. I'm just trying to, so far I have no idea how that would tie into what we've seen so far from this game. But with all that being said, I think I already said, with all that being said, this is off. I am Logan the Mad Titan. I bid you adieu, goodbye, and good night. Sayonara, Toyosumi. Spectres, thanks so very much for watching. Please subscribe. Please join us on the Discord. Please support me on Patreon for as low as $1 a month. Links are in the description. Have a good night. See ya.